John and Melanie, so you're wondering how to plant a bulb lasagna. Well, in this video, we're going to show you how. Hi, we're John Horsey Horticulture, helping you develop your gardening skills by bringing you weekly tutorials just like this one. So if you're new here, do consider subscribing, and if you'd like to download a free guide to monthly tasks in the garden, the link is in the description below.
Hello again. Today we're going to be looking at what we used to call bulb stacking, but now it seems to be called making a bulb lasagna. The theory behind it is that we put layers of bulbs in the pot so that they all come up flowering at a similar time, and you'll get a lovely display in the spring. It's quite a good time to do it now because it's a bit later in the year and the bulbs are all a bit cheaper, and it doesn't really matter what time it comes up, it's just good to be a lovely display. The only thing to remember, of course, is when you do buy the bulbs, make sure that they're nice and firm. Right, so we'll start off with this lovely pot we've got here, quite a decent size. I'm going to put some a bit of chard in the bottom to stop the drainage coming out, just a little bit of grit to cover that, just so we've got the drainage we need. Not too much, you see, just enough to do what we're looking for. And then we put in a layer of ordinary compost. Not too much. This is a short-term thing. Don't think these bulbs are going to last over and over again. When they finish with this, we'll be taking them out, we'll be planting them in the garden, and they'll probably, they'll take a year to recover. So we need to put the big things in the bottom, and one of the tallest ones and the biggest bulbs are the hyacinths, and they'll push up nicely through. They're strong bulbs. So I've got 5 hyacinths here, and they're going to go around the bottom in a nice row. There we are. Put those in like that, and these are nice because they've just started to shoot, and you can see they're coming up nicely. So we put the hyacinths in, then we put a little bit more soil, and we look to see what else we can put in. If you just put enough in so that you can see where the buds are coming through, then you can know where to put the other bulbs. So the next one we'll go for is some tulips. There's nice strong tulips here. Giuseppe Verdi, this one's called. Nice strong bulbs. They're all right, they're all shooting. The others are not going to shoot. I'm always going to use the ones with shoots on, because you know you're okay with those. So we pop those in between the others. That one's not quite doing it. That one is, those are good. And that one's good. That one's good. That one's a little bit of mould on that one. I'll leave that one just on the safe side. And there we got those two, they can go in as well. And we'll pop those in the middle. It's got a little bit of mould as well, so we'll leave those. And there we are. So then we got the layer of tulips. Now I'm actually going to put some extra tulips in because I saw these lovely little ones. They're called Tulip Lip Gloss Stain. I thought it looks rather a nice little pastel colour. So they're tiny bulbs, but we'll put them in between the others, and it'll all come up and make a lovely show in the spring. So I'm just popping them in, not really in any particular order, just where I can see a space where the other buds aren't coming up. And it'll go around the pot like that, like that. That. There we are, almost there. In we go. And now we've got I'm not sure about that one, it's not very good, we won't risk that one. If you did have a disease when you got it in the house, it would affect all the rest, so we'll try to avoid that. And a bit more compost. And here we go, here's the compost range. So now it's time for the daffodils. Now I've got a lovely one here called Jetfire, which I'm very, very fond of. A lovely orange colour. But I've also been tempted by this one, which is called Narcissus Red. Sorry, Red Devon. Of course, living down here, I feel I ought to try it. So we'll put both in, shall we, be on the safe side. So you can space them around quite nicely. Again, trying to avoid, if you can see where the old buds were, try to avoid putting them directly on top. But they will make their way around just in case. So I've spaced, that's a few around there. And a bit more in there. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more soil so I can lift the level up a little bit more. So here we go, you can see they're all coming on quite nicely. And then I'm going to put my Jetfire in. This is this lovely orange one, lovely colour. Bulbs, they're nice little bulbs actually, very good. So we'll pop those around where the other side is. Okay. Making sure they're always firm. You must always put in firm bulbs. If they're tall, soggy, throw them away because they've probably gone too far, they might have got a rot on them, and especially in this one situation, they spread to the rest. So there we are, there's a lovely, as much as I can get in there. Right, we'll call a halt there. So, you guessed it, a bit more compost. And there. So, we're almost at the top now. So, the best way to give you a good big splash, of course, is Crocus. I love Crocus. Look at these 2 or 3 buds coming up quite nicely now. So again, dot these around, and here we are. We can make a lovely display with Crocus. Always a nice harbinger of spring. They come up quite early. Beautiful little things, and nice and bright. What it does help is when you buy these bulbs, to see whether you can get ones that flower about the same time, because then you'll get a mass display. Unless, of course, you want it to spread out a bit, in which case get a variety of ones. There we are, that's our Crocus, which are going to be lovely. And now when I bought the Hyacinths, I see they had some little Chinodoxes in with them as well. So I thought that would be just nice to go in around the rest. They're quite small, so we'll just pop them in like that. There we are. Pop them in. Yes, it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be way over the top. It's going to be a lovely display. Just a mass of flowers, and just what we need in the spring. We've had a miserable old winter to deal with, so that's my reasoning behind it anyway. So, not so good, I'll leave that one. There. All these have got little shoots on them, so they're quite acceptable. A bit tiny, but you'll probably go. And what else have we got? We've got any more? Oh, just a few more. Just a few more spaces. Thank you, Juno. That's very kind of you to add your contribution. And that will go. I think those are really a little bit not so good. So we'll put those, and there we are. It's a mass of bulbs, isn't it? They're going to be worth it. We'll put lots of soil on them. Well, just enough compost to finish them off. I tend to use John Innes because I don't like the all-purpose ones. I like the soil and John Innes. There we go. I'm not going to firm those down too much because I don't want to risk damaging them. So what I'll do is put that one down now. I'll give it a thoroughly good water, and I'll leave it somewhere a bit sheltered, maybe in the shed, because it doesn't matter if it's dark. But as soon as the shoots start to come through, then it has to go out in the sunshine, and then the flowers will come up and we'll have a lovely display. So that's bulb stacking, as we used to call it, or what they now call making a bulb lasagne. Good luck with it all. I hope it's very successful.
So are there any struggles you're having in the garden that we can help you with? Do let us know if there are any videos you would like to see. So if you are new here and you haven't subscribed and you've appreciated this video, do consider subscribing. And if you haven't downloaded your free guide yet, please jump on the link below. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.